Uh, you see that I will start with let me just move it totally. Yeah. So, a refrigerator mechanic. Why you are talking of refrigerator? This is all about mindfulness. Very important topic today, Sam. Now, every topic is important, but do you feel you are important? That's the problem. No, we are just talking. Change layout, so I have to see everyone. I have changed it, yes. So, a refrigerator mechanic supplied a refrigerator to a buyer and said, keep it at home, decorate it, do not run it. If you do not run it, it will remain perfect. But if you run it, I'm not responsible. Why I said so? Can you think of it? Because we do not want to live our life with the principles of Eastern wisdom and then we blame and complain. No, I don't want to. When you do nothing, you are happy. Do nothing. Unless you apply these principles into day to day life, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your social life, how you can change, how you can evolve. No, it doesn't mean that no one is evolving. Everyone is evolving. I will not point out to anyone, but I'm just making it very clear how this mind creates a guilt, inferiority complex, negative, it sticks to the negative attitude. So when you stick to a negative attitude, you are not listening and learning and contemplating and reflecting. You are not applying it. Are you getting it? Say yes. You all are seekers. So I have to understand that am I changing every day attending the session? Do I keep track that the peace continues in the morning, afternoon, evening, and before sleeping? It's a big challenge. I have a lot of issues. That is why we are talking. You see that? You see? Don't tell me the answer, but ask yourself, do you still feel that there are challenges in my life that I cannot solve? Go back to the example of a refrigerator. Did you get it? Don't run it, don't live. Keep lying down. Follow the habitual routine. Follow your impulses. So, what happens? Intellectually, when you listen to it, you claim you have understood, you have done your PhD. But while living your life, you are still in a high school. Did you get it? But why am I in a high school when I claim that I have understood? So there is a gap between the two. Are you getting it? So wow, how that gap is there in my life. We are going deeper, deeper and deeper. I always ask this 14-year-old girl, she has been with me for the last 2.5 years, doing 2-hour private session. Every time, I said, hey, did you have any anxiety? Did you have any fight? Did you feel something bad about your siblings? She has 3 siblings. Then dad and mom and relations. for the last almost 3 to 4 weeks. She said, "No, I don't remember. I don't have none. I don't have any." You are living your life. You are actively pursuing, but at the same time, you don't have any regret, any guilt. That is what Karma Yoga teaches. Now, I'm trying to present the Karma Yoga in a different way. No, I have understood everything. No one can change you unless you are ready and committed to change. Sam? Ready to drop anything and everything causing you the delusion. No, 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 my mom is like this, dad is like this, my sibling. Really? Very good. I agree with you. I agree with you. People around you are crazy. I agree with you. Then what? So your mind is keeping those impressions that others are not changing. Why you are obstinate? Why don't you change? Are you getting it? No, no, no. The environment outside, condition outside, family outside, people outside, honey outside, siblings outside are not changing. How can I change? That is why you claim you have done PhD and you are still in high school. What I have to do with anyone in my mind? Are you getting it? Very important. That's why I said very important lesson. Why I said that, it was the Terry who prompted me to take this session. Because she was not aware how softly, how continuously she was speaking in the last session. Before that, she was not able to speak because of the challenges. Are you getting it? Say yes, please. All are getting it. No, no, but I will keep my grudge against my parents with whom I am living. So are you changing? Why? Why? My mind is focused on others. It is a journey to the self discovery, it is a journey to the awakening. The person will not change. What I say, my honey will not change. Enough is enough. That is the reason. Is that the reason? Tell me. Go back, high school, PhD. Person, oh no, no, the people are not, people are crazy in my family. So that's why, it makes me upset. There the Karma Yoga comes. You don't create an image about anyone. Do you still remember the definition of Karma Yoga? Action, right and proper state of the mind inside. See, I'm aware. I'm consciously aware. If the guy gets angry in my family, I should keep silent. I should not trigger any emotion. Is that right attitude? Tell me. And then I say, this guy is like this. Go back to the same example. Technician says, don't run it. So I don't want to change. We all have one or the other person at work, home, in relations, near and dear ones, with whom my mind is upset. Is it not true? With everyone in the family, in the world. And our mind is stuck to that person. Instead of contemplation and reflection, we go for a long gossip. Oh, that guy will not change. Are you responsible for it? Are you getting it? If you have that thinking, then these sessions are not for you. Then you are not a seeker. If you don't take the initiative based on these principles, you are not a seeker. We carry the baggage of emotional dependence even when we say he or she will not change, will not listen to me. Make him or her listen to you by doing an action not once, twice, 1,000 times. That will increase the endurance in you, a patience in you, and a kindness in you. Are you doing it? No. No, your program is not, it's not my program. Nothing belongs to me. We have a grudge against someone in near and dear ones. The moment we start talking, our right and proper attitude goes away, and then we are ready to land up in the fight. That is the beauty of the Karma Yoga. The Karma Yoga is going to purify your mind. Mind will naturally be steady, and it can be absorbed into meditation. We all have those grudge feelings. We all have. So, right and proper attitude. Don't you? Is there anyone whose mind does not have a grudge against some people in the family or outside, in the neighbor, in the society, even with a politician? So there we have to say yes. If you say no, then you are telling a lie. So when you are telling a lie, it is a delusion. So there is a gap between high school and PhD. Again, I'm repeating. Are you getting it? Why I am saying that? Simple that we still are in a high school. Majority of the people now come to the symptoms. Do you feel a shyness? Do you feel a guilt? Do you feel frustrated? After a few hours of attending the session, do you have a blame? Do you have a complaint? Big gap. We are not seeing the reality. And that proper attitude, that negative attitude in the mind is preventing you to succeed in Karma Yoga. You don't succeed in Karma Yoga, you are not able to purify the mind, and you are not treating the path to the awakening and realization. I face that duality. That creates a split personality. Now, I'm not talking about modern psychology. That creates a lot of conflict in me. So every day we practice meditation, we come out of the meditation after a few hours, we go back to the same old stuff. Because I'm not taking an initiative in my personal, professional, social, and a family life, so I'm not changing. Big gap, high school, and PhD. Karma Yoga is evolving us day by day. Every day it evolves. It evolves me. I just gave you a specific reason, I said, okay, this is what Terry shared her experiences. It doesn't mean that you are not important. Everyone is important for me. Sometimes, okay, you pay a lot of attention to. Seeker applies that knowledge in daily living. The moment you apply that knowledge in your thought, in your speech, in your action, you change your entire perspective of life. But here, the master says karma yoga purifies your mind. One is angry, your honey is angry, you withdraw yourself. How long I will be withdrawing myself? It is your ego speaking. Not one time, 1,000 times, because you are committed to change. Your honey is not. Example. So that helps me to raise my awareness, sets my mind with the right state, right frame of the mind. It means I have received the knowledge, I have retained the knowledge, now I am assimilating the knowledge by withdrawing. How your anger makes me upset? Remain angry. Nothing to do with me. No, I'm angry over you. Become angry over me. I don't accept it. That much choice I have. No, I don't exercise my choice. This is not working. Seekers who receive very well in a session and then forgets after the session, high school, PhD. No, I understand, it's not working for me. So, okay, if it is not working, then where will you go? You go back to the same stuff? Stress, suffering, anxiety, guilt, complex. Look at this. So that's why I've been talking about, are you living wisely? Are you living wisely? Guilt in relationship to someone, blame in relationship to someone, anxiety in relationship to the body or the mind, they are all delusion, wrong notion. How can anyone make me suffer? Sunrise in the morning. Does sun rise in the morning? You accept this and then you have a problem. Then you say it's a bad morning, it's a good morning. You blame someone, then you say that is why I am suffering. Are you getting it? Yes. Say yes. What I have to negate, what I have to blame and complain and living wisely means my thought comes from the higher consciousness. It's a right attitude, it's a right frame of the mind. From the thought, I have a speech followed by an action. They sync together. By karma yoga, the thought, speech, and action sync. And what is this syncing? That syncing is the path of the Shreyas, what is right and good in my life. What that means, I'm living wisely. When? 24/7. And then I start living from moment to moment. So I've done PhD, intellectual. I'm at the high school, so I fail to negate my wrong notion. That is why, complete the sentence. You can complete this. That is why I'm suffering. And that is what we covered last week. I told you voluntary and involuntary actions. All your voluntary actions become involuntary plus at the conscious level. It becomes a play and fun. Life is a play and a fun. Even when one is upset over you, you have a smile inside, you have a calmness inside, because you know there is no delusion. Nobody can make me upset in this world unless I accept it. I accept I will be upset. I don't accept it, there is no question. That is what is involuntary and involuntary. I'm giving a different explanation. Do you see that? When you see that in your life, the life changes, transforms, evolves. You live in a higher state of the consciousness. No, you don't understand. It's a problem of my fiancé. It's a problem of your fiancé. It's not your problem. Getting it? It's a problem of your honey. It's not your problem. It's a problem of your brother. It's not your problem. No, but I have to accept this. I know some people did commit something differently. They might be listening and understanding. I'm not pointing anyone. So you see that how our masters understood that when I perform, I eat food, but I don't create a doer who claims I'm going to digest the food. Let me sit and close my eyes. So what happens? What happens? All my actions are done by the body, sense organ, mind, intellect, without a doer. It is involuntary, but it is at the conscious level. So you always keep a right frame of mind. The mind remains mind remains in that state. You are aware what is right and good. You are living from moment to moment. The life goes. First time you will realize that it purifies the mind. You feel so light. You are relaxed. In the past, you saw the same person in your home and you had a reaction inside is already created. The body has adopted a different posture and you are ready to react. But now there is no reaction. There is no blame. There is no guilt. I have never experienced that. High school and PhD. Or a technician. Don't run it. I'm fed up with this guy, but it's okay. I don't want to say anything. Why not? Why don't you say something that is right and good? Are you getting it? I think everyone has faced those challenges. I'm going deeper into you. Everyone has faced those challenges. That's a typical instinctive and impulsive reaction to a situation, to a person, and we forget karma yoga, and then we fall. We have a guilt, we have a shyness, we have inferiority complex, we have a blame, we have a complaint, we have a reaction. My dad did not allow me to grow, because I had a very severe problem in my childhood. We are talking of your life at present. We are not talking of your childhood. No excuse. And then we say, we are a self-made man. What is self-made man? It is built on a very strong ego in relationship to the wealth, pleasure, and authority. So when I keep that sense of an authority, I'm your dad, why don't you listen to me? So son said, you became dad only when I was born. Before that, you were not dead. No, just by marriage, you do not become a dad. So the son and the dad relationship came together and will go together. Now I don't have my dad. My dad is so there is no son in me. Karma yoga is a wonderful thing. Once you understand it clearly and you start applying that karma yoga from today, from moment to moment, the life is good. It's a karma yoga. That's why I'm always available 10 minutes before the session. When I say all the seekers, normally I am always ready 10 minutes before. You're relaxed, you're calm. You know what you have to talk, what you have to convey. Self-made. There's nothing like self-made. So the karma yoga has 2 points. One point that is where we started. You get rid of that doership in you. Because if you have a doership, that doer wants to enjoy and wants to avoid pain and suffering. Don't you see that I have been talking so softly and you are reacting to me? You see, that doer was expecting to be an enjoyer. We normally speak that sentence. Don't you see that, Now I've been so soft with you and you are reacting. So I'm speaking softly to be an enjoyer. So I want a result. That's why I'm seeking. One option. Second option, you are always soft. You always had a right attitude. Are you getting it? You always have that right attitude. You bury all the impressions in your mind about any person in the world. Finished. Where is the problem then? Where is the gap between high school and PhD? There is no gap. You are free. Mind lives in that moment. Mind gets absorbed into. You should not have any, what should I say, any state in your mind that has an element of blame, complaint, guilt, frustration, anxiety, duality. If it is there, it is because of delusion, and the delusion means wrong notion. Wrong notion means it does not exist. And you carry the baggage, what do not exist. That is why we have a big gap between the high school and why I said that, technician, refrigerator, because we feel, oh, no, I'm totally upset with you, so I don't want to talk to you. I'm okay. That is a technician. Don't run it. If you run it, it will remain perfect. So I already have a guilt inside. No, you see that I don't say you anything. No, your expression is telling me everything. Do you see that? Change. Eastern wisdom is such a beautiful way to transform your life. Let us close your eyes and now if you don't change, what will happen to me? Nothing. Anyhow, so eyes are closed and eyes are closed. Adjust and line your body. Just lie in your body and move the mind from the top of the head to the toes. I explained you last time. Being comfortable, it is being involuntary, conscious level. I cannot explain everything based on modern psychology, so I'm adding a couple of phrases. It's totally easy. You left the body. Don't hold the body. If you hold the body, delusion is there, ego is there, doer is there. So if you leave the body, that means you're comfortable. You're settled. So physically we are settled. That is the meaning of being comfortable. I need not to spend too much of time in being comfortable. We have done this in a more than 50 different ways, and now being carefree. Carefree, I told you I am carefree when I'm standing across a road watching the traffic. So when I'm a knower of all the thoughts that are coming and going, that means the mind is standing behind the thoughts or standing across a thought, watching it. I'm a knower. I'm not the doer. When I'm the doer, I have to create lot of thoughts. And if these thoughts contains the wrong notion, I gave an example. Remember, it's a bad morning. So first time I accepted the delusion that sunrise in the morning, hence it is a morning, and then there is you see the chain of thoughts? So what I'm doing, I'm a knower. Let the thought come, let the thought go, let the traffic is there, I'm okay. Traffic is not there, I'm okay. I'm a knower, I'm an observer. So what happens? I separate. Complete the sentence in your mind. What is that? Thought is a content. Mind is a container. Don't you know that the container is different from the content? I am frustrated, content. I'm happy, content. I'm sad, content. Let the thought come and go. But because they have been coming, because my mind is not settled in the inner movement of the mind. So that is why we say, Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. You know, you are also reciting, or you are chanting the mantras of blame, complaint, reaction, guilt. Choice is yours. I don't have a control. Guru has no control. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Let there be a state of well-being, and that let my mind go deeper within. I want well-being. He wants well-being. She wants well-being. My honey wants well-being, who becomes crazy over me. So her or his approach of getting the well-being is through anxiety, anger, blame, and complaint. I should not follow that approach. I know Eastern wisdom. My approach is different. What will happen? Mind calms down. Oh, yes, you are right. You jumped from high school to PhD. That is the secret. Ha sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Why? Everyone wants peace in this. Every living species, leave aside the human race. Mosquito, ant, tiger, we. So, how you understand the mantra with reference to the karma? Everyone is seeking peace. Does this knowledge, is the knowledge settled in your mind? Yes. Your approach, Eastern wisdom. Others' approach, they get angry. They are, by becoming angry, they are seeking peace. Creating a conflict is also seeking peace. Then what happens? Are you kind with those people? Or you are frustrated? You see, karma yoga in action. Karma means action. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Do you feel a moment of anxiety, frustration, duality, conflict, etc., etc.? Yes, I feel it. Then I did not understood this mantra. May there be a completeness. When I am complete in myself, so I'm not seeking anything from outside. So when I'm not seeking anything from outside, will I be angry, agitated? Absolutely not. But still I am. High school, PhD. Remember, I'm just repeating it again and again so that at least during your daily activities, living your personal, professional, and social life, you will, this high school and PhD will return in your head. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam. Let there be auspiciousness for all. This existence has never taken a birth, will never die. It is always there. And it is of the nature of auspiciousness. Is not this moment auspicious? Mind is removing the ignorance. Karma Yoga. Is the moment someone tries to agitate you and you create an auspicious moment. Karma Yoga. You know completeness, you know peace, you know well-being. Somewhere behind the time and the space. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Physically settled, being comfortable. Mentally settled, being carefree. Replacing unwanted, unwelcome thoughts about you, your life, your relations, etc., etc., are replaced by the state of well-being, peace, completeness, and auspiciousness. there are trillions of impressions. They may return anytime until we reach to a state when it is irreversible. I can simply say, you are in mindfulness? Yes, then the state is irreversible. But it doesn't happen. It takes time. Knowledge is realized in stages. Hence, we say we will keep doing it. Start breathing, quick and short breath through both the nostrils into the rib cage. The mind is reciting the mantra Om Shanti in the cave of your heart. The body remains steady. And the intellect knows Om Shanti, the real self, peace. And you will discover, still during the breathing and dropping the Om Shanti, the unwanted, unwelcome thought enters into your mind. It wails you. What that means? High school. Jump to the PhD. Just by awareness. Om Shanti. Today in this meditation, and after that anytime, anywhere, continue. Quick, short, gentle breathing through both your nostrils into the rib cage. You experience the expansion and contraction of the rib cage. The mind, on the other hand, looking deep inside the cave of your heart, there you are dropping Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Body is steady. Any other thought that enters into your mind says Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. These thoughts are situations, people, your relations, with whom you have some grudge. You have created an image. Your frustration. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. I can bet you, once you are into that state, you can keep on doing this breathing even for half an hour. You will feel more and more to do. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. We are repeating the same steps with a deeper understanding, so that understanding goes into your head, lives there. You change. Why? Because you are going to apply that. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. And leave it the next time. Just become aware of your experiences. Now they are normal experiences. For a beginner, it is amazing, but you are not satisfied. I won't say happy. Relax, yes. Calm, yes. Steadiness, yes. Mind is living within, yes. They are now your normal experiences, my friends. Now, doing the nyasa in the spine only. Take a deep, silent and slow breath. The body remains steady as you inhale The mind moves from the crown of the head into the spine, reaches to the tailbone, singing. This time you're singing mentally. Om Shanti. The moment you say Shanti, check. Raise your level of awareness. The moment you say Shanti, you have done the inhalation, is complete with the Shanti at the tailbone. And now you exhale. Om Shanti. Exhalation is complete at the crown of the head. Pinpoint. Why pinpoint? To prevent the influx of unwanted thoughts. This also is a very subtle karma yoga. And that karma yoga can easily be applied outside. I told you, breath is the car, mind is the driver, the intellect is the boss sitting there, who is saying Om Shanti, I'm in peace. Body is the car. Yeah. Gave a couple of continue, deep, silent, and slow breath. Om Shanti. Intellect knows Om Shanti, what it is. If the doer is present inside, that is why we have unwanted, unwelcome thoughts. The doer carries the grudge. I told you, involuntary, conscious action. The phrase appears wrong in modern psychology. Here it is right. The doer will complain, I'm not breathing deeply, I'm not breathing short. No! You just action is breathing in and out, mind is moving with it, Om Shanti is happening, body is steady. Whether you breathe shorter, next breath will be longer. You're doing it in such a casual manner. Shanti. You do the practice regularly and until what happens, Om Shanti becomes purely an automated but conscious. Again, it's the wrong phrase. Anything that is conscious is not mechanical. But you're living from moment to moment and dropping Om Shanti. That is what is living from a moment to moment is. Casual, carefree, comfortable, mind is living within, not at all concerned about unwelcome, unwanted thoughts. And now leave the deeper breath. Move the mind. Allow the breath to remain natural. And then move the mind deep inside the cave of your heart, singing. Such a long mind seemingly stops, means merging. There you drop Shanti. And after that, you find yourself into that emptiness, infinite space. Be there. But you're aware, you're ready. The moment any thought enters, you start again. Mind is moving into the cave of your heart. And Shanti. You see, perfect in a state of non doership. Non doership, no expectation. Expectation is an impression buried in my mind, prompts unwelcome, unwanted thoughts. Hmm? Shanti. Almost doing nothing. You're already in the state of doing nothing, or you may drop Om Shanti because now the doer is not there. So you are in a state of doing nothing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences. How are you, Anesthesia?
Thank you. I'm fine. It was very deep and dark and timeless.
Timeless, beautiful. Timeless, deep, and dark. So, no other thoughts. How are you, Stephen?
I was good. Very, very good meditation. I appreciate the lesson, and it's interesting. And sometimes I've told you this before. It's almost sometimes as if you're in my head, um, because I spent the whole weekend going through this contemplation and reflection and reflecting on myself and my journey and where I've been and what's gone on. And it's interesting because today's lesson really solidified what I've been thinking about is that, the anxiety, the stress, the frustration, the duality, and all that delusion and whatever it is choice. And the choice is mine. And I've made a conscious decision to not choose that and to choose to live wisely. And that's been a big change for me. So thank you.
The moment you have chosen, so you are conscious, so you will make a conscious decision. And when you make a conscious decision, at the same time, your mind triggers with unwanted thought. Now you are fully aware. And that we miss, and then we fall down from the karma yoga in our daily life. It brings the frustration. Beautiful explanation. How are you, Rakesh?
Thank you, sir. It was it was stillness and peace
Stillness.
throughout the meditation.
Good. Stillness and peace. Beautiful. How are you, David and Jerry?
I enjoyed the lesson very much. Thank you. The practice for me was extremely simple. By the time we got to the focusing on the heart center, I just emptiness just through the rest of it. It was very empty and blissful, very relaxed.
Empty. Beautiful. Empty and blissful. I just want to add, we have two ways or two divisions. Like in physics, we say electron, proton, and neutron are the particles of an atom. So one is electron. So we normally say in physics, our latest understanding is that electron behaves as a particle and also behaves as a wave. So mind behaves as a particle, thought. Mind behaves as a wave, is pure emotion that results into emptiness. So we'll understand. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Namaste. Yeah, very peaceful meditation, and I very much enjoyed the lesson as well. I like the refrigerator and the technician, and of course we plug it in and we live our lives, right? And when it breaks down or it's not working properly, we call the technician, but we don't blame the technician.
We don't. Oh, what a beautiful way. Yes, yes. That's a beautiful statement. You see that? We don't blame the technician. We say, come on, my friend, correct it. It's a beautiful expression. I like it. That's really good. So, where is our Brandy? Yes.
Thank you. I really was able to see the mind, the doer, try to do, while I was just observing and maybe kind of like to Therese's point, like the refrigerator running, and but I was still able to be in my meditation, which was nice.
That's how we use hornets of parables and stories. So they reflect a principle and they help me to realize that knowledge. I never got this thought that we don't blame the technician. You see, it's a learning together. That is the process of our evolution. How are you, Terry? Terry can do it, will do it.
I think what Brandy said, she was aware. That's how I felt. I was aware of all the different, like my real self was watching my body and my thoughts and my feelings,
Good.
emotions. And my mind wanted to have this peaceful experience and I wasn't having it. So I kept asking myself who was having this, and I wondered my real self could see it happening, but didn't seem to be able to have any power to stop it.
Yes.
There was a lot of chaos.
Lot of chaos. Who
Or
recognizes?
agitated activity that's involuntary, and I don't want it to be happening, but it's just happening.
Yes, I heard you. That doer in you messed up everything.
Well, it's just a thought. I don't feel like I was doing anything,
Yeah, that is good.
but
Don't even say my real self is watching. That is also a doer. Oh, that is the.
maybe I was watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a feeling of, okay, there's a place where
So where I am in pain, I accept it. I'm in discomfort, I accept it. So the doership is not created and it will drop.
Well, I was wondering about the attachment to the experience. Like we have this concept of meditation that, we become peaceful, and I want that. And I thought, well, that's like being attached to the pleasure.
Yes, you got it. We are a doer only to become an enjoyer.
Yeah.
So enjoyer is an experiencer. And behind that enjoyer and experiencer, there is a knower, that is our real self. How are you, Sam?
Good. The meditation was very energizing. During the second Om Shanti, I felt a big jolt through my body. Is that past impressions?
Yeah, because it's also a past impression or it's a mixed up. Om Shanti, when I say it, the mind goes with that Om Shanti very deep. So there is sudden upsurge of higher awareness. So that also causes this jerk. Beautiful. How are you, Samir? We have 3 people left.
Totally, it was totally darkness inside, no thoughts, and very deep, and enjoyed it, and I was just enjoying every moment of the meditation. It was just having really happiness inside.
Very good. Yeah, once we have happiness, everything is there. How are you, Ashok? Namaste, sir.
Sir, namaste. Sir, it was very nice, peaceful, quiet, progressive, and when we drop the doership, then it goes further, deeper.
That's good.
I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, that's a good point. The moment you drop the doership, the mind is already living with it. Doership makes the mind outside.
Yeah.
Very good. How are you, Vaibhav?
Sir, I'm good. It's like that I am stopped trying to understand what the experiences are. So I became free from the experiences.
Yes.
And I totally became aware to myself. So it was very peaceful.
Yes, I think that statement also works. If I rephrase it, don't neither stop nor force any experiences, but you go beyond that experiencer. So the moment you go beyond that experiencer, we also drop the doership, and that is the secret of karma yoga. Did you understand, Sam? Why you are always talking about me? Yeah, Sam?